What was cool 10 plus years ago that you'd like to see come back? Dollar menus where things are $1 or less. This didn't most fast food places used to have them? Taco Bell is the only one that still does. Even McDonald's dollar menu is just drinks and vanilla ice cream now. That shit where everyone was like punching their chest and threw up a peace sign. 2005 to 2009 YouTube was great. Back when companies didn't even know about content going up on YouTube, I watched 100 plus episodes of Naruto subbed on YouTube. That was awesome. YouTube was pretty much how I was able to really get into anime. I started with Love Hina, then watched School Days, Elfen Light, and then Higurashi. All of that shit was on YouTube. Good times. Headlines that were at least somewhat related to the content itself. Talking shit to the enemy in games, rather than your own teammates. Oh man, I remember back in COD, when you killed people and you could hear them for a split second say WTF man. Party chat ruined that. Boomerang. The program block. Boomerang had a collection of classic cartoons through decades. That's how I know how funny Tom and Jerry or Looney Tunes are. I even got to watch the original Scooby-Doo and all its spin-offs. I even got to watch some more obscure things like Space Ghost, Hong Kong Phooey, Johnny Quest, Herculoids, Justice Friends. The list goes on. // pointers. I want a channel that showcases good cartoons. Not a dump channel where you put your cancelled programs and reruns from shows that are only 3 years old. Edit. I was mostly talking about Boomerang from the 90s, early 2000s. They used to have mostly Hanna-Barbera cartoons, or shows from the 60s 70s that were cheap to buy. The channel is still there, but last I checked, they had a lot of shows that aren't even throwbacks. People mentioned a streaming service and it actually looks promising. They have the entire collection of all the Scooby-Doo series, as well as all of Tom and Jerry. Thrift shopping. Nowadays it's a hollow shell of what it used to be, with employees either getting all the good stuff or managers eBay pricing things they think are valuable. I miss finding some genuine rare stuff or really weird shit. It does still happen, but it's way less than what it used to be, and I've completely lost interest in it. Out to everything, this is it. Flea markets my guy. Right before eBay hit, flea markets were a treasure trove of cool old toys, unique tools and just general cool old stuff you never know you needed. Nowadays it's all new junk tools you know the bought in bulk, semi-modern military surplus, and really dumb junky crap people get in bulk from the SMC / start your own business things. Electronics with see-through plastic. Friends stopping by randomly. I miss when my friends at home used to just walk into my house, hang out and wait for me to come home. Edit. It still happens. Yay. I used to do this a lot back in 2004 to 2009. I'd drive by, make a call and just say, "Are you home?" Cool. Open up. Shit. Sometimes I'd even show up and hang out with their parents until they came home. Same the other way around. I remember getting home more than handful of times and finding one of my friends in my living room playing video games. Edit. I also remember this one time. All my friends showed up at my house while I was in the shower, and they all opened the bathroom door, shouted some crazy shit, and closed the door again. Scared the shit out of me, lol. Duck. I miss my buddies. Half the group moved to different cities for their careers, including myself, and more than a few of them are now married and have kids. Not even a wedding can bring us all together again anymore. There's always one missing. Making a single purchase and getting all of a game's content. Social media such as Facebook with a simple interface. I loved Facebook when it first came out. I don't even use it anymore. Bionicles. I'm 20 yo, and I had some when I was little. I really want them to make a comeback. Split screen multiplayer. My hairline. You are thinking about this wrong. Your hairline has receded. There is more forehead. Easy solution. Make your forehead recede so it matches the hairline. You are no longer bald. You just have long face. Movies that didn't try so hard to be a franchise. The amount of trash movies with an end credit scene setting up for a sequel has skyrocketed. No mummy, you won't be getting a sequel, so put that extra scene away. Guitar Hero. Not knowing anything about a movie until a trailer dropped. I remember when I first saw the trailer for Fellowship of the Ring in the summer of 2001. I freaked. I had no ducking idea they were being made and had not heard anything about it. No teasers, no production stills. Nothing. And now I was completely surprised. It was an amazing experience that I feel we are robbing audiences of today by showing them up to 50% of the movie for months before release with all the trailers, teasers, BTS clips, etc. Phones with the pull-out keyboards. A lack of responsibility. I miss when my biggest concern was getting my homework done. I didn't have to worry about a job or family. I'd get home from school, sit and do homework for a half hour an hour, and then just go play outside. Actually, let me change my biggest concern. It was getting home before the street lights came on. Definitely wanted to make sure you did that. Video game manuals. This is a big reason why I buy so many strategy guides. Scratches that itch perfectly. The prospect of the world ending in 2012. I vividly remember walking to school on the 21st of December 2012 and vaguely hoping something cataclysmic was about to happen. The sky was ominously grey, but that's about it. When I was like 11ish, people fighting robots were everywhere. Battle bots on Comedy Central, Robot Wars on TNN. But most of all, they had these toys called Rumble robots. It was a remote controlled robot tied to a collectible card game with various robot upgrades. You scan them into the robot and his lasers do more damage. There's armor, traps, etc. You basically controlled your robot and either brought them down via laser or knocked their robot over. Couch gaming. I know by 2009 we had already had Xbox Live and PSN and stuff, but I miss the hell out of going to my buddy's house and us messing around in Halo trying to get 3-player campaign glitch to work, and then moving to 2 and getting the Scarab gun. Or when I was in high school, my friends would come play Smash by the drives and we could hold mini brackets. I don't remember the last time I played a multiplayer game that wasn't Smash or a pew pew shooter. Fruit Loop straws. Nintendo Wii. Original movies, not just remakes. Affordable rent prices. Teen Titans original series. Actually scary children's shows. I loved So Weird, Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, but I feel like now all the kids shows are ridiculous sitcoms and comedies that aren't even funny or helpful for development. University tuition price 10 years ago was still stupid expensive. Dad. Not having to work and pay bills. Old YouTube. Physical media. Honesty, I won't purchase any movies or TV shows digitally if I don't have to, and I enjoy buying entire albums. If I like the album enough, I will buy it on vinyl if available. I know this doesn't work for everyone, but I fear one day that it will be more difficult to get at your entertainment online than pulling a disc off a shelf. It seems with all the crap going on with licensing and everyone starting their own streaming service, you're going to need a ton of services to have what you want to listen to or watch. Actual Scooby-Doo movies. Anybody who saw the movies like Zombie Island and Alien Invasion knows how awesome they were and how much the new Scooby-Doo stuff sucks. Edit 1. Wow. I did not expect this thread to blow up like it did. Thank you for all the love, Reddit. The 90s. Wait. Mighty Beans. Animal wristbands. Showdown cards. Crazy Bones. Dunkaroos. My youth. It was nearly 30 years ago, but for a very brief period in time funk metal was a major genre that even got some radio airplay. Living Colour. Faith No More. Extreme. swinger, but all those bands were forced to make dated, love ballads in the style of hair metal bands, and it basically killed the genre after a year and a half of it breaking out. I think we missed out. The closest thing we got afterwards was Rage Against the Machine. And while I love Rage Against the Machine, I think lots of people would be happy with more bands and their style of music. I've been waiting for the revival. Global average temperatures. Traditionally animated movies. A video game that is 1. Not a sequel / yearly installment, and 2. No microtransactions. Individual websites. Like, the internet now is basically Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and perhaps Wikipedia. Plus Reddit. We used to have lots of big and small communities centered on different topics with their own content, design, and user base. I have seen many of them depopulate and being absorbed into Facebook. Reddit is great in its own right, but for communities it's a shitty substitute of what we used to have. If we go much further back, web rings. Does anyone even still remember those? Video games designed around plot and user experience, rather than to most efficiently strip you of your money through microtransactions, day 1 DLC, and pay to win. The original Nintendo DS Lite. No more 2DS and 3DS. Just stick with a simple original DS. Apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. With the fur, the whole club was looking at her. Vanilla Coke. Flip phones. Games that are complete at launch. Angry Birds, as it is turning 10 this year. Sadly they kinda ruined the franchise after the movie. Classic games are filled with annoying ads and shit. Duck you new Rovio and your stupid freemium shit. Handwritten letters. Not data mining your customers. Castle crashers. Reporting facts only on the evening news. Opinion pieces have their place, but evening news should be fact-based only. Uncensored YouTube. Gushers that still gushed. Hanging out with your friends and just doing whatever. The saddest part about getting older is how little time people have for one another. TV shows with 24 episodes per season that come around every fall/spring. It feels like every show now only has 6 to 10 episodes per season that take 2+ years to film. I guess more subversive humor in TV/film, etc. Not to be one of those everyone's a snowflake people. I'm liberal and all for inclusivity, but anytime I watch something as recent history like The Whitest Kids You Know or Chappelle Show, there's literally always a bunch of genuinely funny risque jokes that would probably get it cancelled today. Just our affinity for sacred cows in comedy has gone up very drastically in the last 5 years. Semi-civilized disagreement on political topics. I'd like to see my cat come back. She died last year. A world before every goddamn movie was a superhero movie or a reboot. These existed before 10 years ago and many were enjoyable, but we are just too oversaturated. Where is the good original filmmaking? RuneScape. It's making a big comeback here. A lot of people are playing old school RuneScape again, since it released on mobile. The cartoons. Don't take me wrong, I love some of the cartoons we have now, but back then they were superior. Cooler weather. Full Occo. The OG formula. Skater/pop punk in the charts. Edit. Thanks for the platinum, kind stranger. Privacy. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.